quick thought here. Every single time I wade into analytics, it's never pretty in the response from the analytics community. But 2 coaches did not go for 2 after tying the game in the final throes of regulation, and both lost in overtime. And I just, there's different categories of going for 2 in my mind. These are my analytics. There's the need, want, and have. Okay? Want is the most confusing one to me. The want to is when you're down by 2 scores and you score a touchdown to get down by 1 score, and then you go for 2 instead of just going for an extra point with like 8, 9, 10 minutes to go, or in the third quarter, and you start going for 2 there because you want to get an opportunity to score 1 more touchdown and win. And if you don't get it, at least you got to go for 2 at the end, as opposed to having to go for it because you need to or want to. It's weird when that happens. The need to is when you're down by 16 points and you need to go for 2 to make it a 2-score game. The have to is when you're down 8 and there's no time left and you're not going to get any other possessions other than an onside kick attempt, so you have to go for 2. And I kind of think the have to is you're on the road and you just shocked the team and the defense is on its heels. And you don't want to go into overtime and risk it. And one thing is going into overtime and risking it against Mason Rudolph, as Gerard Mayo did this week. I mean, after Drake May ran around for like 10 seconds and flipped it up in the air and you scored, the Titans defense is probably on its heels. They're shocked. They're probably, gasping for air, and you don't go for 2 and you lose in overtime. And then last night, this is what we heard from Coach Bowles when he was asked if he thought about going for 2 at the end of that regulation.
Very minor. We wanted to get it to overtime with the wet conditions on the field. We felt like we had to go in overtime instead of go for 2. So we had our shots. We lost the game.
Todd, I know in the past you've mentioned you had communications upstairs about decisions, analytically, things of that nature. Did they advise you not to go for 2? What was...
No, we went for 1. We took our shots. We had our chances all game. We just lost the game. It didn't come down to that.
Well, I mean, they should, I guess you could have played better defense in overtime. The coin flip could have gone your way. It's like a 50-50 shot. You get the ball to try and win it, and it's probably better odds than going for 2. I don't understand about the slipping and whatever, because the defense could have slipped and you could have won the game with, or at least Mahomes had 3 timeouts left in 20-some-odd seconds, and Bills fans will tell you that's more than enough for him. Sorry, Hoskins. But all you got to do is wonder if he made the right move or not, is listen to Andy Reid's reaction when he was asked if he was surprised if Bowles didn't go for 2.
Were you surprised Todd Bowles didn't go for 2 there at the end of regulation?
No. But I'm glad he didn't. Yeah.
And I know that's the hindsight of having Mahomes and going down the field and scoring. But again, you got the Chiefs on their heels, surprised and shocked.
So you would have gone for 2?
Yeah. I was stunned that they didn't, actually. Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku Channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.